YouTube, welcome back to the 5th edition of Pokemon on a Wednesday. As always, if y'all are enjoying this sort of content, go ahead, leave a like, go ahead, subscribe, share with all your friends down below. If y'all don't remember, we ended up beating the 4th gym in the last episode. There's a little bit of a ruckus going on after we beat Melee, and there was some sort of Team Galactic stuff going on. Now, there were some off-screen things that I need to go ahead and show you. First and foremost, we ended up evolving our Cranidos into a Rampardos off-screen, and I also got the lucky egg if you look there in the bottom left corner, because I grinded on a Chansey and I actually got a first try. This is where Team Galactic starts to get more involved in the plot. And as we see here, they're trying to fight Dawn. I think they took her Pokédex or something. I don't know. She's useless for real. Like, I don't even know what she does here. Like, she's not even a rival. She doesn't battle you. She doesn't really give you any items. Except for, I think she gives you the verse recorder at one point. But she's not really here for anything. She doesn't really help me out with anything. And here we are. We're going to go and take a double battle on with her. And of course, both of the opponent are flying type, which means I can't use Earthquake. And of course, we have to fight with our stupid Clefairy. Luckily for us, Rampardos does have Ancient Power, and all we have to do is really Ancient Power the Zubat, and then they'll be able to take him down really easily. Now, I know you guys can see that I have that Eevee on the team, and right now I gave it a Soothe Bell, which would make you to believe that I'm trying to get either Umbreon or Espeon, but I promise that's not the point. I'm kind of using Eevee as like a floater. Like, if I need help against a gym, I will evolve it, and I just figure it's easier for me to give it a Soothe Bell that in case I do need it for a gym that Umbreon or Espeon strong in, so we could do that. But I haven't really decided what I'm going to do with it yet, because all of the EVs, Lucians are below 10%. And so yeah, that's kind of what that's kind of the purpose of Eevee. When we walk in that warehouse, we're able to get the HM for Fly, and the first thing that I did was give it to my Drifblim because I was sick of Gust, like I said in the last episode. And so there we go, Forgotten Gust, and we learned back Fly, which is great for our Drifblim. Now, making our way to Pastoria City, we tried to enter the gym before I forgot that we had another rival fight to do. Tyler, you keep showing up right when I'm not ready to fight you, and I had no clue that this fight was about to happen. But luckily, I'm ready for it because I had my Rampardos out in front, and Tyler seems to always lead with this flying type Staravia. I'm not sure what the thing is with like rivals always leading with flying types, it seems like. So if you're ever going to fight a rival, use an electric, ice, or rock type because that seems like a good place to start. Now Staravia does try to double team. Don't matter to me as Ancient Power KOs. And now moving on to the Buizel, an easy sweep with Magical Leaf. One hit KO takes him out. Ponyta, does it tank a Brian? Yes, it does, as it's able to stomp us, but it's not going to do enough, as our Prinplup is almost leveling up enough to get into an Empoleon. Now, the final Pokemon was a Grotto, and we lost the honor matchup with Prinplup, but Ponyta is able to clean things up for us as we're able to move on and almost be ready to take on the gym. Now, Tyler's rival fights have really not been that competitive. I feel like I remember the rival being a lot better, or at least a lot stronger, unless this team I have is just really balanced, because A, I'm not over-leveling, and B, it just feels like this fight is not as competitive as it should be, as we're entering the gym here. The 5th gym, Crasher Wake, the water type. Now in this gym, you're going to tell that I really do not have any counters for water types, which is why I taught my Drifblim Shockwave. And as you can see, it was looking pretty good in this fight. But still, I really didn't have a lot of coverage, and I even gave a little Pokemon a little bit of a wild card, which you'll see in the gym fight. But onto the fight against Crasher Wake, which really let me show that I do have a weakness against water type, as some of my Pokemon do not fare too well against them. Maybe our 6th team member will help us out with that, you never know. Now taking on Wake, I'm pretty sure his name is Crasher Wake, but for every time they introduce him, it just says Wake for him, who opens up with a Gyarados, which is going to intimidate us, but that ain't gonna matter because Drifblim is strong enough with a Shockwave that's going to get it in just low enough territory to where Crasher Wake is going to be forced to use a Hyper Potion. Now with this use of the Hyper Potion, this already knocks out one of the heals of the 2 that the gym can use, and all we're going to do is just lower you down and Shockwave you again. So we got one Pokemon down, and we also got a Hyper Potion used. Moving on to the next Pokemon, which was a Floatzel. Now, Floatzel had my number as it had Crunch on it, and honestly, it felt like Crasher Wake, everything it did had a counter for me, and Drifblim tanked it on 3 health huge because we're able to get it down to below half health before the Oran Berry or whatever it was helped heal it up. Now when I switched to my Glade, I thought I'd be able to Magical Leaf it down, and this is where I start to tell that I'm really not that good at competitive battling, as I really wasn't really paying attention in this fight, and it was able to Aqua Jet me to take me out. Now this led to Rampardos using Thunder. This was the wild card. We take one Brine. Now this was huge to not die and get crit, and the Thunder does hit, which knocks out Floatzel. That was a huge KO that Rampardos got, and it also leveled us up to level 35, which is really cool. But unfortunately, Crasher Wake also has a Quagsire, which really I don't have a counter for, and I really don't know what to do here. So I end up just trying to use an Earthquake, and it does get it to some decent health, almost just a half health, but still Rampardos, You were a necessary sacrifice. I'm sorry. Ponyta as well, we fire spin to get some little damage off. And then Ponyta, obviously, who's going to be able to tank one even. But the speed drop is going to hurt because now we're going to try to stomp. And luckily, we are still faster. But Quagsire with a water pulse is going to take us out. And that just leaves our little Prinplup to try to come in and clean up the fight. Which, of course, Prinplup just needs one aerial ace. We do, however, get a critical hit. Not sure if that mattered. But with that being said, we get the 5th out of 8 gym badge here from Crasher Wake. Now this is really cool. I really like this gym. I mean, the gym puzzle, don't really care for it. But Crasher Wake's always had a special place in my heart because it was really hard for me to beat as a kid. But here we are. We beat Crasher Wake. And we also get the TM for Brine. Not sure if any of my Pokemon can learn that right now. And Prinplup already does have it. But I'm sure when I get Surf, that I'll be able to get rid of Brine. Now moving outside of Pastoria, we get stopped by our partner Tyler, and Crasher Wake comes running out as we're looking to find where this Galactic grunt is before they blow up the resort, whatever this area was. Now this was crazy to me as a kid. Like, why is Team Galactic blowing things up? What were they looking for? Now obviously I think they're looking for like the legendary Triad. And this guy that we chased down, by the way, he ain't got nothing as his Krogunk was taken out with Fly. And that made the fight go by really easily. Just wanted to showcase that Fly move was getting some good work in. Now, after the Galactic grunt had enough of me and had to give me that secret key and run away, Cynthia comes out of nowhere and ends up talking to us and is like, hey, remember those Psyducks that you saw? Yeah, all the way back like 3 episodes ago. Flashback all the way back there. Well, please, can you go there and help us out a little bit? Apparently, we got to go get something from our grandma. I really don't remember what the story is. I wasn't really reading it. All I was concerned about was so much of this happening at one time. Like Team Galactic, boom. We just got the 5th gym, and now Cynthia's like, can you help my grandma out? Now, sorry for talking for like 7 minutes, Joe. You're probably annoyed with my voice by now. But if you did enjoy the episode, make sure you show some love. Like, subscribe, do all that great stuff. Push these videos out. This was my most watched video of last week, which was kind of cool. But y'all have a great week, and I'll see y'all next Wednesday for more Pokemon content. Bye-bye.